Prototype 2.0. A maid, a babysitter, an assistant. If this android can fulfill the social dimension of being human, then what more could it be capable of?
Hello everybody, welcome back to Screenstars. I'm here today to bring you my review for the 2022 science fiction film Prototype, a film that is directed by Jack Peter Mundy and it stars Danielle Scott, Andrew Rolfe, Jamie Robertson, Zoe Purdy, Ben Reed and Luke Robinson. Now the film focuses on the near future. Robots are a thing and there is this company that has been developing these androids. And they have been essentially testing them in their own home. There's two in particular. There's Prototype 1 and Prototype 2. Prototype 1 seems to get on with some of the family members. Prototype 2 is supposed to be the new and improved version. And when this is added into the mix, things don't go according to plan. And this number 2 in particular is, what shall we say, I don't know, not behaving itself. Right, what are my thoughts on Prototype? Well, this film, when I actually first saw the poster for this, I thought, I've seen this film. It looked so familiar, and then when I've looked through past reviews and things like that, in 2020 I reviewed a film called The Alpha Test. Remarkably similar films in many ways. In actual fact, I think they've actually reused the same effects, because the android in this film looks exactly the same as the android used in that film, The Alpha Test, and the storylines are, like I say, remarkably similar. So essentially, this film is The Alpha Test, for want of a better word. Is it better than the Alpha Test? Well, I don't remember the Alpha Test being particularly good anyway. It was certainly watchable. And again, that's probably the biggest compliment I can give this film. It is watchable, but it doesn't offer anything new to the genre or the subject matter or anything like that, essentially. And there's way too much wrong with this film to really give it any real watch and get any real satisfaction from it. The effects are, I don't know, they're odd, they're unusual. The only real effects that you get in the film is obviously these prototypes 1 and 2, and they look decent enough from certain angles, but the front face on, I don't think doesn't look good at all, because it's like, around the mouth, you can clearly tell it's a human mouth behind there, and the eyes, you can clearly tell it's human eyes behind there. It just literally looks like someone's put a plastic mask on the face. But the stuff at the back, you know, with the wires hanging out and stuff, that looks decent for a low budget film. I think if it had put me a bit more effort in the front side of the face, I think it would have probably worked a little bit better. I mean, there's so much wrong with this film. To say that this company is developing these prototypes, and 2.0 is supposed to be improved in every way from the first one. Well, for me, the first one is doing a remarkable job in this family home, when you consider that half the family are abysmal people. The father, who works at the company, is awful. I mean, he beats his wife, he treats the robot terribly, which again is weird when you consider he created it and he wants it to succeed, but he treats it like crap. And he treats his wife terribly, so horrible. And the son as well is just as bad. Really horrible to anybody and everybody. So the father and the son are a chip off the old block, if you like. The mother and the daughter are the only two, really, that you've got any real affection for or care about in any way, shape or form. And this first prototype, number 1, you know, is blending in quite well with the family, getting on with the daughter and all this kind of stuff. And then this 2.0 comes along and it's a psychopath. And I just kept thinking to myself, do they not test these things before they go out? You know, it kills the postman, it kills someone in the park for wanting to take a selfie with it. Everything screams out at you that this thing needs taking away or blowing up or disconnecting or something. It's terrible, and you would think that it would have had extensive tests before it even was considered to be sent out into the public. But no, it just turns up at the doorstep, doesn't like the fact that there's another robot there, doesn't like certain members of the family. Well, it doesn't really like anybody, and it just wants to kill people. There's a scene as well that actually really made me giggle. It's Instructor 2.0 to chop some green vegetables up for tea. And the son, I think it is, who comes in with like a green T-shirt on, and it turns around and says, "Oh, you're wearing, is that green?" And he's like, "Yeah." It says, and it threatens to chop him up for tea as well because it's been told to chop anything green up. And you're just thinking, now that's a simple instruction to chop them vegetables up. It shouldn't matter. She didn't say chop anything up that's green. So that to me as well would have been like, hang on. Can we send this back, please? It just nearly chopped my son into pieces for tea. So, I mean, it's hilarious in some ways, but it just, I don't know. It just didn't do it for me, this film, in any way, shape or form, because it's incredibly predictable. I mean, this robot 2.0, is escalating and getting more and more out of control. And as well, when it's killing people, you're thinking, well, what's it done with the bodies? Why has nobody investigated these deaths? One of them was on the doorstep and another one was in the local park. Did nobody see this thing in the local park? Is nobody asking questions where the local postman has gone? So, yeah, it's not a film to recommend. It's very, very silly at times, and it doesn't do a good job of kind of allowing you to take it seriously in many ways. So yeah, it ain't a great film, to be fair, guys. So I'm going to give this one a 3 out of 10. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the review, and of course I will be back with plenty more reviews and content on the channel very, very soon.